Hello, my name is Aaron Brojan, and I'll be talking to you about the servant leadership. Servant leadership is the theory that leaders must help followers no matter what. When followers or teammates are asking the leader like what they need help with, or like anything in terms of like all kinds of situations, the leaders will help no matter what. And servant leadership was created due from an essay by Robert Greenleaf in 1970. It was read and formed an essay which stands out and transfers to the essay through like every idea such as like sports, business wise, and anywhere it goes for servant leadership at leaders. For example, for my servant leadership in business, I use the Marriott International, using it as hotels and stuff for people, workers, organizations, which I read a lot about their idea of using servant leadership. They help organizations no matter what in terms of like situations and wanting to help workers, because the Marriott International, they want to be known for having their ideas of helping others, wanting to have their culture, their tradition of wanting to help people, wanting to understand that they will help no matter what. And my second example I'll use for sports in servant leadership is using LeBron James, current NBA basketball player playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. He doesn't use his money and fame and power for himself. He uses just to help community and environments, wanting to help kids, people who are homeless, who are poor, wanting to give them money, trying to help them no matter what. For example, from LeBron is that he made a school for kids in the hometown in Akron where he was from, to make a school for kids wanting to learn, having the education to be as leaders growing up out of school, out of like middle school, high school, and college. I'm very surprised that he did that, because I never knew that he could do that as a leader. Because during his many years' time in the NBA, he had that role of like wanting to help kids, having the leader of helping them no matter what, because there's so many kids that wants to learn, want to go to school, have an education, go to college, and that's what LeBron did. He told every kid from his new school that you will get a free scholarship to the University of Akron, no matter what. After you finish high school, you can go to Akron for academics and for sports and everything you can, which is very, very, very special as a leader, because servant leadership has been grown a lot. I'm very surprised because no one never knew that servant leadership existed. I didn't even knew it existed at first, because I thought servant leadership is part of a different style, like a leadership branch. Because I compare like leadership as a transformational leadership, because due to like, which I try thinking almost identical, but it's a little bit different. Because like transformational leadership means motivating followers to like what their goal is and trying to like have them the idea of how they can achieve for it. And then it's just servant leadership is just leaders helping their followers and teammates no matter what of what they need, ask them to help and why, which is very like similar but kind of a little bit different when you think about it. And like having the voice over power for servant leadership wise, because there's like so many like communities such as like religious schools with different sports with servant leaders who want to like help their teammates on how they can be a successful team and or successful business wise, because there's different communities such as like a like religious community, sports community, like ethnic community, due to and plus having like servant leaders and like wanting to help each other, leaders that will like listen to other followers on what they need help with, and they will do the best they can to help no matter what, teach them, helping them, giving them ideas of what they can do when like their own servant leader is not there. They can try to take that role of being like a new replacement for being a servant leader. Because to me, I never had that style of being a servant leader. But in time though, since I've been learning from this class, I started developing more and more and more on how to help others, like my teammates, my friends, or when going back to my job, helping the workers with what they need help with, which is probably like a big change turnaround for me as a person. But in my theory, though, servant leadership has grown like tremendously throughout time, and helping in sports and business, of ways of workers needing help from leaders, when leaders will do everything much as they can to form relationships, wanting workers to be successful, much as their own. Like basketball players, LeBron will help his kids more than himself because he wants his kids to be successful more than him, and then helping other players have that motivation to keep going, having their mindset of like helping them, teaching them, understanding the role of basketball. Like my stepdad, he is a real estate agent. He has a certain leadership style of wanting to help me more than himself because he wants me to be a great individual, wanting me to grow, helping other people. And then when I have his business, he wants me to like have the idea of like helping his workers on what they need help on due to like finding rental buildings and everything, which I respected, which I take notes on for it. But all on honesty, though, like servant leadership has been a very, very, very great source and great theory to helping others. No matter if it's business and sports, you'll people should have that mindset of helping others as a leader. But which that's all I have. But thank you for having me. I thank you for putting me in your class for 8 weeks, Mister Professor Platts, and I hope Arsenal do good this year and hope they can pick up my cousin. And hope you have a great Christmas.